I worked as a dealer in one of the big casinos on the Vegas Strip for nearly a decade. What I saw changed the way I look at gambling forever. Let me tell you what really goes on behind the tables. You ever notice how hard it is to find your way out of a casino? Yeah, that's not by accident. The floor is built like a maze, no clocks, no windows, so you lose track of time. Every walkway bends back toward the tables, even the carpets mess with you. They're full of wild patterns that make you slow down and look up. By the time you think about leaving, you're already standing next to another machine. You ever notice how every casino kinda sounds the same? That's not an accident. Every beep, every jingle, even the little tune that plays when someone wins, they're all designed to make you feel good. Engineers test those sounds to hit the same part of your brain that lights up when you're happy. Even when you lose, it still feels like you almost won. That almost feeling, that's what keeps people pressing that button all night. Everybody loves the free drinks, right? But here's the truth, they're not really free. In the casino I worked at, we used to get alerts from the pit system when a player slowed down or looked like they were about to leave. That's when the waitress showed up, always with a smile, always on cue. The goal wasn't to thank you, it was to keep you seated. A drink makes you relaxed, it slows your thinking just a little, and suddenly you're not in a hurry to quit. I've seen people lose hundreds after saying, just one more while I finish this. That's how it works. The house buys the round, and you end up paying the tab. Here's something most people don't realize. The moment you walk into a casino, they already know you. Every step, every bet, every little reaction is being recorded. We called it the eye in the sky. Cameras aren't just above the tables, they're everywhere. In the place I worked, surveillance could zoom close enough to read a name off your player card. They tracked who looked angry, who looked desperate, who was chasing losses. And it's not just security, there's an entire team upstairs studying those feeds, figuring out what kind of player you are and how to keep you playing. You think you're playing the house, but half the time, the house is watching you play yourself. Here's something most people never notice. Even the air in a casino is controlled. The temperature, the scent, even the oxygen mix, it's all tuned to keep you comfortable and alert. We used to joke that management pumped in liquid luck, but really it's a mix of science and psychology. The air is slightly cooler than outside, scented to mask fatigue, and filtered to stay fresh all night. Some casinos even use mild aromatherapy. Smells proven to make people stay longer and spend more. You walk in tired, and within minutes, you feel awake again. That's not magic, that's design. Ever notice how casinos have a restaurant every few steps? Steakhouses, buffets, coffee bars, snacks on every corner. It's not hospitality, it's strategy. The house wants to control your whole night. If you leave to grab a bite somewhere else, you might cool off, clear your head, or decide to go home. But if they feed you inside the casino, you stay in the bubble. You sit, you eat, you talk about your next round. And 9 times out of 10, you go right back to the floor when the check drops. The food isn't there to make you happy, it's there to keep you paying. Ever wondered why casinos make you turn your cash into chips? It's because chips don't feel like real money. The moment your bills become little stacks of plastic and clay, your brain stops treating it the same way. You don't think, I'm betting $100. You think, I'm betting 100 in chips. The colors, the weight, even the sound when they hit the table, all of it is engineered to disconnect you from the loss. And once it doesn't feel real, you don't stop. Casinos love high rollers. Not because they win big, but because they lose big. The limos, the suites, the private rooms, it all looks like luxury, but it's really about control. I've watched it for years. The more a player bets, the more the casino isolates them. Away from crowds, away from clocks, away from anything that might break the spell. A high-limit room isn't designed for comfort. It's designed to trap emotion. When you're alone at the table, losing hand after hand, there's no one to pull you out of it. and that's exactly how the house wants it. High rollers aren't treated like royalty. They're treated like the biggest catch in the casino. Because a whale doesn't get released, it gets reeled in. People love roulette because it feels like a game you can figure out. You watch the wheel, you track the spins, you wait for a pattern, but there is no pattern. The wheel doesn't care how many times red just hit. It doesn't care about lucky streaks or cold numbers. Those boards that show the last 20 spins, those are there to make you believe you can predict the next one. But every spin is independent. And with the 00, the house edge is locked in. Roulette doesn't take your money fast. It takes it slowly by convincing you that you're one spin away from beating it. One thing most players never notice: dealers control the pace of the game, and pace means profit. A slow table feels friendly, safe, like you've got time. But every extra hand we deal per hour means more bets, more losses, more edge for the house. On busy nights, the floor managers literally tell us to speed it up. Faster dealing, quicker shuffles, less chatter. They know that an extra 30 hands a night can pull thousands off the floor. So when you think the dealer's just keeping the game moving, remember that rhythm you're playing to? It's the house's heartbeat. Everyone loves getting those casino points. Free meals, hotel nights, maybe a buffet or two. But here's the truth. The points aren't there to reward you. They're there to track you. Every swipe of your player's card tells the casino exactly how long you've been playing, how much you've spent, what you like to bet on, and when you start to lose control. The system builds a personal profile. How fast you play, how often you come back, what time of day you gamble most. So when you get that free dinner or room upgrade, it's not generosity, it's strategy. The casino's way of saying, we know you and we know how to bring you back. People think the duty-free shops inside a casino resort are just for travelers. But they serve another purpose, keeping the money inside the building. When you walk out to shop, your brain thinks the night's over. When you shop inside, the spending never stops. It just changes form. The lighting, the scent, even the music inside those stores, all designed to feel like part of the casino floor. Same temperature, same hum, same mood. I've seen guests lose big at the tables, then walk straight into a duty-free and buy perfume or watches to feel better. The casino doesn't care where you spend, as long as you don't stop spending.
Behind every smile and shimmer, the casino runs on one thing: control. Nothing here is chance, it's all design. And now that you've seen how the house really works, you'll never look at it the same again. If you've had your own brush with the casino's tricks, tell us below. And if you want to see what else they're hiding, stay with us.